Hello, future tubers, and welcome back to Let's Play Xenonauts X Division with me, BlueAnkylo. Just want to let you know we did another mission when you guys weren't looking, and it was pretty good for a civilian mission. You know, civilians with their fire damage, it's hard to do a flawless because we have very low armor, and just both of these were just like random fire out of the blue, took a little bit of damage. Overall, good mission, nothing really crazy. We captured everything on the bridge, and, well, except for the stuff on the doorway that we minigunned, but you know the drill. And we did actually get one piece of new tech, although I doubt it will lead to anything super important, but technically, we never found a particle sniper in the past, so now we have. But, before we can continue, we'll have to do another mission. I say we have to. We don't have to do all these missions. For you future tubers, just to be fair, I was talking a little bit earlier with the live stream, and I think I've sort of settled that because my first campaign, I was rushing through Phase 3, I was skipping a lot of missions on my own time, because we were very powerful. I had the same thing happen where once you had access to this cool armor and some of these, I didn't really have antimatter or anything, but, you know, I had this armor, I had these pulse weapons, I had lots of, you know, the electrons and everything. And it is, like, kind of an easier phase, honestly. Phase 3 with all the armor isn't that bad. But, if you don't prepare well enough, you know, you don't bolster your air forces, you know, upgrade all your jets and get your weapons, make sure you've got maybe some amount of resources, you know, all the ballistic cores, or I don't know what I'm looking for, but alloys and stuff, right? Like, if you don't have enough alloys and aluminium in the bank, then you're going to hit Phase 4, and you're not going to be able to build anything right away, and the Phase 4, the final phase, when the aliens get their last big jump, you could be in a situation where you can't catch up. And that's kind of what happened to me. And it was really the air game that I started to fail, but it was also the ground game being very difficult as well. So I figured basically my logic is try not to be lazy Ankylo and skip all the missions like I did the first time. So how many you need to do versus how many you can skip, I wish I knew, but I might overdo it a little bit, basically. That's all I'm saying. You know, we might be doing more missions than necessary for our difficulty, but I'd rather do a few extra than not enough. Also, by the way, particle snipers are with 4 anti-cores. We could use some more of these. This is actually a totally different weapon. I didn't even recognize. The name is completely different than anything we've got. Neat. I don't think we had 2 of them. I don't suppose C-Team had 2 of those. It'll be a new tier, probably. Where would that go? Ah, down here. So particle is just the next upgrade to dark weapons. That's what's going on. So we'll see more of these in the next Terror mission, probably. The Harridan officer, yeah, probably. So 4 antimatter cores per particle sniper. That's pretty good. Yeah, there was a Harridan officer. We've seen them in the civilian missions a couple times. We've actually captured one, but they don't give you any research. You just kill them, unfortunately. Anyway, we've got some disassembly to do, but for now, let's have a look at the next mission and get it going. One more Sizen mission, and I did decide as well that after this current wave, we're gonna skip some missions until we get something with potentially new technology. So, I want to see a civilian carrier or a terror dreadnought, and then we will get some new stuff going. But I don't want to farm these missions for too long. And I am considering at some point letting another base get to large now, so that we can get some early tier 4 tech. I'm not in a rush. I don't want to jump the gun on it. But if we're looking strong and we're feeling kind of bored, we could certainly try to prep for tier 4 by also doing some tier 4 bases before we're actually struck into it. And that might give us a bit of a early boost for tier 4 technology, just like we had for tier 3. That's one of the reasons we sped through early tier 3 so quickly is we had a good amount of the starting tech already out of the way. Even though, like, the Mark 1 Gauss and Pulse wasn't that impressive, it did save us a lot of time in research once the new mission showed up. Also, I decided to bring our Hyperion. The biggest thing about the Hyperion is it doesn't get affected by terrain cost. It can't fly over anything, but it doesn't get slowed down by grass. So it's pretty fast. And I gave it a rocket, because who knows, maybe that'll be... What? How am I ever going to use this? Look at this friggin' ridiculous explosion size. Maybe the rocket was not the smartest thing, but hey, it's a Hyperion hover tank. So it's a Sizen mission, which means, you know, wraiths and stuff. We actually have to do these missions slower than, like, Androns or civilians, because the wraiths always teleport behind us, and the xenomorphs charge at us and explode. It has 8 ammo. It has a burst fire. What? How many does it fire in a burst, and why would I ever do that? That seems like a pretty bad weapon, yeah. Anyway, so future tubers, I assume this mission won't be too difficult. There's not a whole lot more to say. You know, sometimes stuff like that's going to happen. It's just a Sizen warrior, nothing super special, but we spotted him. We'll deal with him soon enough. I don't really have a good option right this turn, but now we know there's one over there. We've actually got a pretty good choke point, and honestly, I'm not particularly worried. So I will see you future tubers towards the end of the episode, and we will... oh yeah, by the way, if I see a queen, I'm going to try to capture it. So I might show that if we find a xenomorph queen. Because they're pretty scary, still. And I don't know how easy it will be to capture. We didn't bring a ton of electron sniper rifles. I gave my rifleman, I think, a backup capture weapon. But unlike Tier 2, where shock weapons really sort of carried us, in Tier 3, I don't think it's quite so simple. We want these pulse weapons, the Gauss weapons, stuff like that. Because sometimes you need to do big damage, and capturing just doesn't always work. Anyway, we'll do this turn a little bit quick, but like I said, I don't think we'll have too much trouble here. The tank burst, yeah. Well, I want to end the first turn, and then I guess we could waste some ammo. Kind of expecting wraiths and stuff, so being smart. Trying to be smart, anyway. If I remember correctly, the fusion rocket does something around 200 or 300 damage per rocket. Hey there, Skarbamir. So, it's 4... What?! Okay. This is for science. It takes his entire time unit, so he can't move. I mean, this seems ridiculous. This is the nuke. I don't know if we can be far enough back. Go, quad rocket. Oh, this wall's in the way. We need to shoot this way a little. It just totally legs out the game. But, hey, we killed him. That's so dumb, and you can only do it twice. It's not as good as the AP cannon. But yeah, I mean, it's a rain of fire. If you want to get one really cool turn twice per mission, bring a Hyperion. Anyway, future tubers, I'll see you at the end of the mission, probably, unless something weird happens. That was kind of cool, though. The reason I like this guy is he's good at flying over stuff. Not because of his weapons. One more shot. Ugh. Welcome back there, future tubers. We won. All good. Nothing super interesting happened this turn. Did it, live tubers? Did anything really neat happen? Or we spend a lot of time sniping, so you know the snipers got 10 accuracy each. They spent a lot of time shooting. Couple bits of damage. Nothing crazy. I think it was just long range wraiths doing like area of effect damage for the most part. And we got another brigade general, so Blood Angel. Congratulations. But yeah, it was a fine little mission. No really crazy. I think we caught another Praetor. So Praetorian, that is to say. And yeah, cool. Good stuff, right? The last room was a little bit weird. We didn't really bring the EMP charges like we often do. So we just flooded it with smoke, closed the doors, and let them die. And that actually worked pretty well. So... we're back on the geoscape. It's October 1st. We just did a bunch more UFOs. We're going to not do any more UFOs for a little while because... we've done enough for the moment. So, A-Team did the Sizen? Was that what we just did? A-Team did the Sizen. I'm also going to not worry about processing the weapons right now because we're pretty good on cores. It's really specifically... well, we always need some more fiber, and then we want... Specifically, we're doing these for alloys and alenium, so getting more cores right now, not a big deal. There is definitely some to get should we want them. And also, you know, chitin and fangs doesn't hurt. And if we do find any reactors, we will definitely get the alloys and alenium off of those. Other than that... probably not a lot else I want to specifically spend my time on disassembling. B-Team did their mission. I think I've already queued all that up. C-Team, I do not crew it up. They did the civilian mission. So we'll just check for live civilians, like their leader. And then one of their warriors. Check for wreckages because of a tank. Probably nothing else. We're not worrying about their Scorcher weapons right now. No mechs. I really doubt I caught any Reapers. There could be a reactor, though. There is a reactor. And, similarly, nothing much else to worry about. 4 anti-cores. I think if we combined... we could either make the rifle for C-Team that they don't have. Yeah, we'll make the rifle. Basically, the current plan is to make 1 minigun, 1 cannon, and 1 rifle at Mark II for each base. And then in a pinch, you could put them all on the same team. If you really needed to. That would be 3 miniguns, 3 cannons, and 3 rifles. But they seem to be the best sort of use of my antimatter cores right now. And we're missing a cannon on Group 1, I think. And I think B-Team has 1 of each already. I think. Definitely has the cannon. Definitely has the rifle. Yeah, so they're already, they got their 3. You know, they're good. Anyway, let's let some time go by. Let the engineering finish up. We didn't queue up quite as much this time around, so it shouldn't take too long. And once it's all done, we'll have a look at how much resources we have for aircraft, and we'll have a look at how many. What I'd like to build is, let's see, what do I want to build? There's a lot of things, lots of grenades we should try to build. So if we have lots of alloys, I want to build up a little bit of supply of tier 3 grenades, so that if we get a Terror Dreadnought, we can definitely be ready. You know, the best smoke, the best chance, you know, whatever, that kind of stuff. Oh, I know what I forgot. The A-Team just did Sizens, right? Which means we should have some more alien stun grenades. So let's queue up some of those. What I think I'll do is after these are finished, we should spread them out. Because I think some of our teams are running out of tier 3 grenades for catching. It would be kind of nice. I think it'd be better slightly if your resources were pooled between your bases rather than having to sort of stockpile each base separately. Like, I know I'm sounding kind of like modern XCOM 2012 scum, but moving items around and min-maxing each stock is kind of busy work that your logistics officer should handle, and you could just be like, we have 100 alenium total, and we'll just get it where it needs to go. I think would actually make a little bit more sense. Just abstract it a little bit more. Alright, so A-Team. We've got the Spirit Wolf mech, the Hyperion, which isn't all that good, fusion rockets, which I probably won't use ever again, and good old Cat-Tankulo. We've got our standard spread of Gauss and Pulse. We don't have all the Gauss unlocked, but, you know, one of these days. We could build the Sniper, but I'm not super impressed with that. I'm not super impressed with the Heavy, for the way I play anyway. We could theoretically build more rifles for Andron. Like, you could make Andron missions a little bit easier by having more rifles and cannons so that everyone could have one. But our Andron missions have been so easy that it's not really necessary. So then I'm thinking more, make sure we've got some of all of the EMP and tier 3 rockets. So like, okay, first off, one thing I just said I was going to do and then I immediately forgot. We're going to compare grenade stocks with the new stun grenades. So we want heavy stun. B team has as many as A team, and then we want heavy stun rockets, which are these ones. So B team looks totally fine, but C team is the one that's always running out of stuff, right? So they've only got one. So we'll send them a couple. And they also only have a couple heavy stuns. So what I'll do is I'll just send them a couple from A team of each. Just a little top me up. And then we'll also do the same thing from C team. This will just even the supplies out a little bit. Again, the kind of thing that your logistics officer would probably do anyway. Everyone will have 5 rockets or so, and everyone will have 12 or so grenades. Not counting what's currently equipped. Oh, and then that's so then that's just the stun. Then we want to talk. We could build like an axe or a sword. I know we have enough chitin if we spread it around. What do you guys think? Axe or sword? Sword does less damage for slightly less time units. Very high reaction modifier. The axe has the maximum damage and mitigation. It's a little bit slower and heavier. Actually, no, the sword is heavier. The sword weighs 8, the axe weighs 6. I personally think the axe is a little bit better, but I don't really know. We haven't really used any melee weapons in a long time either. Whoa! B team has 41 chitin? What's going on? B team's been catching xenomorphs like crazy when I wasn't watching. That's actually crazy. Well, you guys can make one too. Are you the masters of the sword? Nah, you're the masters of the axe. How about C team? Do you guys have any chitin? Well, they can make one too. You know what? Let's do it. Everyone gets a Mark III axe. We almost had enough chitin at every base for one, and B team had a surprising excess. I should try to focus a little bit more on actually capturing more xenomorphs in general. The electron rifle should work real well, but it's hard to remember. It's easy to just blow them up. Okay, so we'll get some axes. That's cool. And then what about other things we could build? I build a few more fusion grenades. We've got okay supplies of EMP grenades. We're actually running out of chemical grenades. Might not be anything we can do about that. Secret xenomorph army. And I'll build a few more. So, heavy smoke, fusion, and check for chemicals. Let's do that first, because I'm going to forget about it if I just switch pages. No chemicals available. 71 alloys. Let's build a decent supply of heavy smoke and a little batch of fusion. So that gives us, like, you know, we don't have a ton of alloys, but we're getting some good income. This will cover at least like 1 or 2 big missions if I need them. Double check rockets. We've got 10 EMPs, that's fine. We've got 9 heavies, that's fine. We do have 1 chemical left. No access to advanced plasma or advanced fusion rockets. Okay, that's all for A team. We'll check B team stocks. Grenade-wise, they're very low on fusions, out of EMPs. Well, they actually have them equipped, but they'll need a few more EMPs. They've actually got a lot of chemical grenades, so let's, before I forget, let's even those things out. This just depends on what missions you got, who did which toxic, like, if you did terror missions or not, based on whether you got the right materials to make them. So share your chems. We'll send like 12 over. And I'll check if C team has any while we're here. Was I sending the right one? Advanced chemical? Yeah, I sent it. Oh, C team also had lots. It was only A team that ran out. That's not bad. So we've got a pretty good stockpile of chemical grenades. So we need a bunch of smoke, EMP, and fusion. Let's get those queued up. Or at least some of them. Yeah, same idea. I'm okay with building like 8 or so of each. I'll maybe go up to 10 fusions. I think we'll use these a little more often than the EMPs. And similarly, we'll probably use the smokes on the... Like, if we get a terror mission, we're going to want to have a good stock of these kind of things. Okay, and then we're out of chemicals. And we're out of stun. So that's fine. We should at least make sure we've got rockets as well. We're running out of EMP rockets, so we'll build some of those. And we'll build a couple more HEs. I forgot to check explosives, yeah. There's a few things. There's always more to build, you know. Okay, we've got enough explosives. A-team has enough explosives. We could build, like, fusion explosions. Pretty sure that takes up alenium and stuff, though. Or just 1 alloy each. Oh, I'll queue up a few just in case. I don't know when I'm ever going to use them, but it's only 1 alloy each. That's not even bad. So, EMP rockets seem real good. The dirge of You're Not Alone. And a few fusion rockets. And then these guys ran out of the big charge. Like you can see here, we're going to run pretty low on alloys again. But this time, we'll have most of the stuff built that we wanted. So the next... Like, I don't feel like we'll be so low on alloys now that we've got, like, the basic stuff covered. But this should give us most of the basic Tier 3 explosions. Last one. C-Team. Just double check chemicals and stuns first. And then... Same idea, smokes. We move some stun grenades over. A few fusion, EMP, and stuns. Or smokes. Depending on how many alloys you have. They're kind of lower on alloys, so unless I wanted to move those over, I'm not going to have as many. I'm going to prioritize these a little bit more. That's 18. We have 8 left. Give a sword to Thorinum. Pretty sure he wants an axe. He's a Viking more than a samurai. They do have a couple microwaves, and they've actually got a good EMP rocket stock. Alright, I think that's good enough. I just want to double check. So this is enough to get us through basic Terror Dreadnought, I'm assuming. You know, we want to have good explosions all around. Oh, I forgot what I was going to do. They also, not like it matters, you know, I don't know. But I will also build a couple big explosions. I would probably try to bring these on a Terror Dreadnought. You never know when you want to blow everything up. Make the world burn. Watch the world burn. We even get 2 more antimatter coming in. What's that going to put you at? I think this is going to put you at 2. Yep. We need 2 plus 2 plus another 2 to get the next cannon. So we still need another anti-core mission. The melee weapons are, they're pretty niche. Like, they're not bad, don't get me wrong, but most of my strategies, the reason I like Pulse so much is range is really helpful. Staying a long way away from your enemies tends to keep you alive. Especially things like Reapers and Xenomorphs. So melee is like the opposite of that. Alright, I was gonna build those axes. Bam. This is probably a bit of a waste of chitin and, like, well, in the long run, like, see, I'm sure the tier 4 axes and swords will also use chitin, and, you know, it's not going to get any easier to catch these things. So, you might want to save up for tier 4, but I also think this is fine. Next time we get a Fang, we'll build a sword. But everyone gets 1 axe. For now. Some serious fluting going on now in the song. It's like the playlist knows I want You're Not Alone to play every 5 minutes. Skip. So now I just need to remember to equip the axe the next time I'm going on a mission where I want axes. We've made it 2 days with no UFO attacks. That means any second now. Alright, all engineers cleared. Do we want... Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Sorry, future tubers. I told you I would do this off camera, and then I totally forgot. I built those cannon weapons for our Corsairs, and I totally forgot about them. Hi, Hunter Beams. That's the one. South Africa and South America, I think, still needed them. You know, it happens. Alright. So that should get every UFO we have. Or every UFO. I mean, they're practically UFOs at this point. But every aircraft we've got should be using some form of tier 3 weapon. I believe. We will probably want to continue upgrading our aircraft as we prepare for tier 4. But we're getting closer to what I would consider prepared. I still don't really love the neutrino torpedoes. So we've got like 4 Furies with neutrinos. Antimatter swords, maybe in tier 4, you never know. The problem would be building more torpedoes to replace the neutrino torpedoes will cost us, well, some alloys, and we're a little bit low. Yeah, I mean, we got like 10. How does it always end up like this? You know, we've got like 60 torpedoes, or 60 alloys for torpedoes, if that's what we wanted. How do we never have torpedoes? Or alloys? We could instead test out like some of these other ships, because I don't know. I'm kind of curious how they'll work. My logic here is the hunters are. We need a, like, well, I mean, I don't know if we need it, but we're using tier 2 interceptors. But there are no tier 3 interceptors with double cannons. So I don't know what makes a good upgrade against the alien hunters or the phase 4 alien hunters. Because now we'll be 2 techs behind, basically. So I think what I want to do is this is more of a science experiment. I want to build a hunter. I want to put a different kind of gun on him, like maybe the sonic weapon, and then I'm going to throw on the mini mines just to see what happens. I don't know if this combo will even work smartly, but with one we can test it out against like a hunter squad just to see. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see how it works. If it does work, we can, you know, we can certainly build more of them. This is kind of the only anti, well, it's a hunter fighting other hunters, but this is kind of the only viable strat for this missile slot I could really think of that might work against enemy fighters. But it might not. They might just avoid them anyway, so we'll see. I want antimatter cannons on my aircraft. Okay, well now we got this time go by. Now we could save scum it and try to get a civilian carrier. I'm not in a rush to do that, but we do get some more technology from a carrier operator that might give us another data hack. And of course, now we get all the time passing by with no UFOs. Classic. We had like, I don't know, we had like 10 days in a row where every 2 days was a mission. But here we go. We made it 6 days. Cruiser. No big deal. Hunter. Okay. The wrong kind of carrier with a civilian. Nope. Heavy scout. Not particularly interested. Unless there's a red queen on it. We could let it build a base. Technically. We'll see. I don't think I will. Unfortunately, this is the one we need to be civilian, and it's not. Dang. We'll try this hunter out. See how that works. I wonder if we should try this mission just in case it has a queen on it. It's pretty small. Alright. Oh, this is shuttles, not even normal interceptors. This is not even what I was planning on testing out the hunter on. Well, let's see how this goes. We certainly outranged them. So this is our first flight with a hunter, as well as a sonic thruster and landmines. Now, shuttles are very quick, but so are we, especially in a hunter. We definitely outspeed them. Okay. That's our first mine. We did about 29% damage there.
Just a little more and it's over.
It's kind of interesting. I don't know. I guess the sonic thruster has killed these pretty effectively. I don't think the mines have hit anything. But the sonic thruster was kind of cool here. If we had it on a Corsair, you would have had 2 shots at a time and a really wide... I mean, that's interesting, right? Like, that worked pretty well. Those guys are particularly fragile. And, but the mines haven't done anything yet. I think this guy has a missile attack. So I don't think we can actually attack him. Because it'll just destroy us. So we have to escape. But that was okay, right? Interesting. We're gonna test out our hunter against their hunters. Don't worry. I don't even want to see it. Just shoot it down. We caught up with the heavy scout. This guy was kind of a pain to flight manually, but I forget. This might be the one that the auto-resolve hurts us. Yeah. We should do this one manually. I gotta remember, heavy scouts, even though it seems like they're easy, we need to manually resolve it. We're gonna wait till we're rearmed, actually. And yeah, like, so, you know, yeah. We're not doing these right now. We're gonna wait till we get one of the missions we want. 60%. It bombed a police station? How dare you, sir? Hunter rearmed. It said on the bottom. Alright, let's test it out. It is really fast on the map. Okay. So, turn these off for a second. I don't know. Okay, so we launched 1, 2, 3. But we have to, like, lure him right into them, right? And he just shoots them down anyway. Okay, well, this was a mistake. So enemy hunters just shoot your mines down. So that doesn't even work. So I'm trying to find a tier 3 ship that's good against hunters. The mini mines are not effective. Completely useless. Okay. I guess I should have known. I'm not sure if I like the sonic thruster or not. Remember, usually we'd have 3, so the damage output, while it seems a bit weak right now, would be balanced a little bit normally. We're pretty fast in this thing. I like the speed of the tier 3 ships, you know. The Corsairs are not nearly as nimble as the Hunter is. I shouldn't have any excuse to take damage doing Sonic Thruster against that. But the Bomber Carrier will have, I think... Yeah. Sadly. Oh, we outspeed them? We're actually faster than his drones, or whatever they are. That's great. I've never seen that before. Oh, don't want to get too close. That's great. Do a little dance. I bet you this doesn't work without easy air game. Because apparently we're faster on easy air game, but still, this is pretty fun. Why are my mines not firing? The lock-on time too slow? Oh, I never clicked on him, right? Mines enabled, lock on him. Yeah, I forgot how they worked. You have to actually select the target for missiles and torpedoes. So if I had been doing this all along, that would make it a little bit easier. The noose is tightening. You're gonna die, carrier. You're gonna die. You can't catch me. They must be just slightly faster than it. Oh, he's taking damage. Well, I'm out of mines now. He apparently gets infinite ammo. This is dumb. We're gonna run out of fuel, to be honest. I think most of our mines actually ran out of time rather than actually doing any damage. So I would say these suck. They're too slow to catch a carrier, and they run out before they can hit it. So they didn't actually do very much damage. We only hit it with a few of them. Alright. I give it a not amazing. It seemed interesting, but that's not going to be an effective way to shoot down carriers. Alright, well, let's continue. What else could we try for our hunter strategy, then? I don't think there's any weapon that's going to work against enemy hunters. Because they're going to shoot everything down. At least sonic missiles fire quickly. Air game testing with me, BlueAnkylo. So the mini-mine's kind of a waste so far. But I'll try the sonic missiles. They fire quick, and maybe the hunters will dodge one or two and they'll still kill them. And the sonic thruster was more of a success, honestly. Well, there it is. Civilian, the worst. Terror Dreadnought. We knew it was coming one of these days. We couldn't hold it off forever. That'll be the big boy. My body's ready. Hopefully we can shoot it down. We should be able to shoot it down. Oh, good! Get out there, Hunter 1. Oh, another Robo-Andron carrier. Dang. Let's just clear that quick. We're going to want to focus on that before long. 2 of the wrong carriers. Dang. Okay. We're not doing these missions. We're just focusing on the Terror Dreadnought. If this had been a civilian carrier, we definitely would have done it, but it's not. Alright. Let's see how this works. The problem is the sonic missile is a long, narrow arc, which means it's going to be kind of difficult to get a lock on and fire very many. Because we're going to be dogfighting here. But we're firing. They're trying to shoot him down. Let's see if those even kill one. He just shot them all down. Lame. I mean, the sonic thruster's fine. That was a mistake. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of the hunters, to be totally honest. They're very agile, but they're very fragile. And like even compared to the tier 2 Corsairs, right? These guys are tier 2. So the hunters are actually the same HP, but they do half the DPS. Because we could just use Corsairs with double sonics on them. The problem is I don't see a vehicle at tier 3 that's worth upgrading to. These guys are tankier, but what's the heavy gonna do? Yeah, but the speed doesn't seem to help you much. Like, wouldn't we rather just do double the damage? Because the longer I'm stuck in that air game, the more likely I'm going to make a mistake. The best duels are when I've got 3 whatevers grouped up and they kill things really quickly before I can make a mistake. If you're doing a half diamond, half DPS, you're going to have to do more dogfighting, and I mean, maybe you get good at it eventually, but this seems way harder. Oh, we ran out of ammo. Oh well. Technically we won. That's what matters. Alright, so Terror Dreadnought time. Oh, you guys can... What's left of you can go home, don't worry. I am going to still shoot them down over land because I need the alloys, and they definitely give us more alloys. And we're going to launch... This is definitely going to be a good Lotus mission, but I'd like to see how the Furies do as well. What kind of... They'll just have fusion torpedoes. So theoretically, the Furies will be pretty quick. We should be able to fly around it if I can get the timing right. And hit it with our new tech. Because last time we didn't have fusion torpedoes or Furies. And they have pretty good range and speed compared to a lot of other vehicles. I mean, we'll let the Lotuses rearm and then we'll send them, but... I just don't know how many it's going to take to shoot it down. So I'm sending everyone just in case we don't have enough time. Like, it flies around for a while, but if we don't kill it, you know, I want to have lots of backup on the way. Alright. Clear out the hunters. So this is always fun while it's doing its long-range shenanigans. But we should get out of range pretty quick here. It doesn't really move very much. But, like, this is a good example of why the DPS is so important for me. If we can't kill these hunters very quickly, then, you know, the beam's gonna start catching up with us. And every time I do one of those rolls, there's a chance I mess it up. I didn't quite get that one, but close enough. So that was fine. But if it had taken twice as long to shoot them, I don't know how safe that would have been. Why are you guys not going home? They're doing that not following orders things where I tell them to go home and they don't. Get out of here. This thing's too powerful for you. But anyway, good. Escorts out of the way. And we get some alloys. Now, bomber time. I will wait. I think these are like my backups if we can't shoot it down. We'll follow it for a second. Just so we got... Like, it actually spins pretty quickly, but I feel like the more time we have to get close, we're not even behind it at all, after all. Alright, here goes. Remember, parallel motion. Fortunately, the Furies are a bit faster than the Foxtrots or the Lancers. But we do still need to get, like, lock on. This might be too close. Yeah, that's not good. But that was 4 torpedoes rather than just the regular 2. Because of the double whammy. The problem is, we actually started combat too close to it. It's too bad. I gotta get some significant distance here, and he's took another hit. Like, this shouldn't be that hard to do. It's just finicky. Compared to, like, we did it with Foxtrots, right? Like, this should be easier than Foxtrots. The fusion torpedoes do more damage. We got 2 of them. Just about to fire. There we go. Now, don't get too close. So that's another volley of 4. It looks like they're not going to be able to shoot it down on their own, but they can take it almost all the way in one engagement, if I'm careful. And they don't run out of fuel or anything, but that takes a while. This is just going to take a little while. There's probably a better way. I would like to get 2 volleys off without having to, you know, immediately spin away. Oof, that was close. Definitely need to start tightening that out, that angle a little in there. Okay, okay. Don't get killed. I think we're far enough away. We're actually out of range of his yellow now. Whatever the yellow beam is. We're starting to get their lock on. We got the volley. I think we came in from far enough away that we'll be able to fire the second one before we're too close. We need 3 more seconds. But I would like to not die. We fired. Okay, you can definitely fire 2 in a single pass and not die. Alright, now we just gotta get out and we're home free. The next interceptor wave will get him. Or the next bomber wave will get him. And now that we're out of range of the yellow guns, we can just escape. So Fury's pretty good, hey? Not bad. We didn't take it down in one, like, the fusion torpedoes are still not enough to kill it in one trip. I think if we had 3 Furies, they could have actually taken it down in one engagement, which is pretty darn good. And, you know, we're coming for you. Oh, neutrinos. This won't work. This is not going to work. The firing angle is too small. I'll show this off. This is why we shouldn't even build these things. We can come in just at the bare angle to fire, but I'm pretty sure the yellow will kill us. Yeah, we don't even have the angle here. So we might as well just spend as many torpedoes as we can before we die. Not even. Neutrinos suck. Never mind. No use for them. I mean, we killed it, so sure. But there was no way to fire them and not take damage, really. We would have had to fire, like, 2 or 3 or 4 sort of shots and then pull away. And it would have taken forever to actually use our entire ammo stock. Okay, future tubers. We're going to end the episode there. Next episode, Terror Dreadnought time. Oh boy. Even the worst of the worst, because civilians seem to be the bad kind. Industrial is probably a little bit better than desert. Theoretically, there'll be some more buildings for us to hide behind, and more civilians for the Reapers to eat. So, good. There should be new tech. Hopefully we catch a terror operator, or an assault operator, if there's one of those as well. And, not this time, but sometimes there are both civilian and Seisons on the same one for operators, but we also have a lot better equipment, so we'll gear some people up, and that'll be next episode. So thanks for watching, future tubers. I'm glad we can shoot these down. They really scared me the first time I ran into them, but now it's not looking so hard. I could probably see shooting them down on harder modes, but remember, one of the problems with playing on normal difficulty air game is our aircraft also travel faster. So if you're not fast enough to dodge those yellow shots, I don't know how you would ever fight it. Like, if Terror Dreadnoughts are able to shoot, like, if your plane speed is too slow to dodge the yellow shots, what are you supposed to do? There's no way to shoot them down without just suiciding. So, maybe there's some other trick, but as far as I can see, it relies on flying around in circles, not getting hits, and it might not even be possible to do that on harder modes where your ships are slower. Anyway, that's all for now. Hope you guys have enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.